Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I thought today would just be a kind of fun video, right? This is my old main account from back, like, I think the beginning of Ampho to Phainon, and maybe one patch after. That was how long this was my main account for. However, I basically just dropped it completely, and it's been nearly a year at this point, I believe. But I did have one friend, shout out Solus, who wanted to play on this account, so I let him and he maintained it for a while. So there are some additions, even though I wasn't playing on this account. For example, E0S1 Cyrene and an Evanesia and Yao Guang. Right. But I do believe outside of that, there aren't any new additions. It's just those. So like what I tried to do is obviously, because I mean it's been a year for me, or nearly a year, and I wanted to you know, kind of test, like, how does the E2 Myday hold up in today's age, right? How does E2 Myday hold up, and how does my E2 Fae hold up? Now, E2 Fae is obvious for most people. Even if I put Cyrene on Myday's team, it doesn't matter, because this account had an E1S1 Sunday, for those who don't know. It's not like he's as good as buffing in comparison to Sparkle Nova all of a sudden, just because he has his E1, but it's nice, right? So, I ran Sunday, Phainon, Ceridra Don Hung comp, and then I ran Mydei, Hyacine, Ceridra, or sorry, Mydei, Hyacine, Cyrene, and RMC comp. Yeah. So, you guys may ask, oh, why are you using a sustain with your Phainon? I like using sustain because I'm going to be honest, right? 95% of my viewers' player base plays sustain, even with Phainon, right? When it comes to talking about the, like, top damage output that some of these characters can get in sustainless, then sure, I might not have an issue bringing up Phainon sustainless and as well as Firefly, because those are two of some of the easiest sustainless teams in the game. But when I actually want to see, you know, how would this be for the average player, I end up just putting them on sustain teams. So I put him on a team with a Don Hung PT who doesn't even have a full relic set, right? What I found was I got like a 2-cycle clear with Faye, and then I got like a 3 or 4 cycle clear with Myday. This just isn't surprising, right? Like, Myday has unfortunately basically gotten 0 after sales. He's just kind of been left in the dust. And yeah, I mean, what are you really going to do about it when that's what happens to you? He needs significantly more investment, and his early Eidolon investment is nowhere near the level of E2 Phainon, despite them both being E2. There's like a vast power difference, right? I am hoping that maybe, given how Robin is leaked, right? She's leaked as like, oh, I'm a max HP scaler. I can give action advance, and I can record HP fluctuations. This should synergize pretty well with a Hyacine Myday comp, although obviously it's a 99% chance that she's more dedicated towards the actual HP memo characters, right? But like, it could be a possible indirect buff for Myday, which could possibly be promising, right? Now, the only thing I've noticed after playing Myday again after a very long time is this guy might have the most fraudulent taunt I've ever seen in my life. I'm using him in pure fiction. He's supposed to be a guy who has a high amount of taunt, so he gets targeted, and no joke, every character on my team but him gets targeted until we finally enter like the 2nd or 3rd cycle of pure fiction, right? It's like, come the fuck on, man. It's disgusting. This guy's entire thing is that he wants to be the sole one targeted so that he can charge his Godslayers faster. Yet even that, he fucking fails to do, nor can his Eidolon investment fix it in the slightest. It's just such a disappointment, this character. I hope he gets like a Nova Flare. He's like one of the earlier Ampho characters to get a Nova Flare, and especially changes to his early Eidolon investment, because it's just truthfully embarrassing how bad of a DPS this guy is. I've been slandering Anoxa for so long and calling him the worst Ampho DPS because I haven't played Myday on this account in so long. Now that I've come back, genuinely, I think Myday might take the crown for the shittiest, worst investment Ampho DPS, even above Anoxa somehow, right? I can't believe I let this guy like slip past my fucking thought process, because I remember I even used to make a video. I remember I made a video talking about just how ass his early Eidolon investment was, and how his base kit was likely going to get shafted because future other HP characters who are more shield like Cassie and stuff, they would get the teammates and not him. That shit aged like complete fine wine. Oh my god. I mean, it is an easy prediction, but like, man, I really wish this guy could have gotten something, right? I mean, obviously he got Cyrene, but in my opinion, without probably E1 Cyrene at least, for the faster charging, because she can generate like, what is it, 6 more stacks sometimes on her enhanced basic attack. Like, that helps a lot with his charges, but without an E2 Cyrene, it does feel a little slow in my opinion. It's not incredibly slow, but it feels slow and not optimal, which is kind of the issue there. And of course, I've already talked about my gripe with Cyrene's kit for Myday. It completely gets rid of the entire point of why his kit is the way it is and why you're supposed to play him the way you do. But it is what it is. These devs they suck at actually trying to make best in slot teammates. I've completely come to the realization of this. They will go the easy route if it's there in order to make a certain character best in slot, instead of making something that's actually fun, cool, or interactive, right? So yeah, outside of me ranting for about Myday and his performance and his shitty treatment for like 4 minutes, 5 minutes straight, he isn't unusable, at least at this level of investment that I have him at, which is obvious. I mean, it's a fucking 7 cost team. He's E2 S1, Hyacint's E0 S0, and Cyrene is E0 S1. Like, if he couldn't clear within at least 5 cycles or get at least 20k in Pure Fiction, I'd be just depressed, right? But he works, right? So even not including my E1 Evanesia Yao Guang that I've invested into, yes, this account has an E0 S1 Archer. I also chose not to use that because that's basically cheating. Everything is cheating in my eyes. That's easy and free. The Phainon and Mydei do still clear, which is kind of fun to see. I wonder how much longer they'll be able to clear for, though. If Mydei gets upgraded by Robin, probably the rest of this version. That's just how indirect upgrades work. She'd probably be incredibly strong if her current leaked kit were actually go live with very good buffs, right? And Phainon is Phainon. I mean, he's E2. He's going to last this entire version just with his E2 because he doesn't really need anything else, right? But yeah, so an E2 Phainon with E0 0 Saridra, Sunday and Donhung PT 2 cycles, Myday 3 or 4 despite having an as expensive, if not more expensive team. But who cares, right? Who cares about the specifics? What matters is it clears. And this part of the video, I want to direct towards Fate character mains. You guys have it easy. Oh my god, I forgot about Myday once again. So I was more lenient on you all, but you guys saying that the fake characters were treated the worst, or at least Saber was treated the worst in comparison to any other teams in this game, you absolutely disgust me. Your greed is endless. You now get a free Gilgamesh, Huohuo's on the golden token, which is given for free every once in a while anyways. 2 free characters. High synergy with RMC, who is also free. You grab a 5 or 6 cost total, but effective 3 or 4 cost total Saber sustain team. You're getting 0 cycles, and you're complaining that Saber is the most mistreated DPS in the entirety of the game. None of you have ever been a Myday main. None of you know what actual suffering looks like, right? That's enough of my rant. Hope you all have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this old ass account I haven't made content on in forever. and peace out.